All right, what's up, everybody? We're recording on Saturday, May 1st, and it's 4:20. Let's go.
No, it's
I had to
2:20.
make
It's
sure
2:20.
that I hit record and that we
2:20.
started right at 4:20.
It's real time.
Air horns. Bam, 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 bam.
West Coast, Best Coast.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, yes, because you guys get, like, everything early, you know what I mean? Like, if you get a midnight game, comes out at fucking 9 o'clock or some shit.
Well, sometimes.
Wild. Yeah.
Sometimes it does. Depends on like the developer. Sometimes it's been like midnight for some games.
Most of the time they'll set it. Yeah,
Nintendo games
at
are
least
pretty bad for that.
At least how it was on PlayStation, they would set it for like midnight Eastern, and that would be it. So we would get it at 11, which is always like, hell yeah, get an hour early, but you guys get it.
But it was like
9
Destiny
o'clock.
when we used to have the good old Destiny updates. Like, what was it? I guess it was Rise of Iron. Even like Taken King, I think, because the update.
Rise of Iron was
reset
actually
was at 2
Rise
in
of
the
Iron.
morning
Dude, Rise of Iron. I took off
do
school. And I stayed awake, like I went to sleep crazy early. That was one of the only times I've streamed for like a crazy long time. It was I mean, honestly, like that and Destiny 2, and the one time I did like a 24-hour stream were like my longest streams. Like I did like 16 hours, I think, for Rise of Iron and the Destiny 2 launch, where I was like, fuck it, I'm ready for this.
Rise of Iron, I just still remember because it was like 2 in the morning. Nobody could get in. Nobody could get in for like 2 hours. And it was like 4 in the morning on the West Coast. So I can't even imagine what the people. But see, like it was almost better for the East Coast people because they could have like gone to sleep for a little bit.
Yeah.
And like woken up at, what would that be, 5 o'clock in the morning? That's not terrible. But for like the West Coast, it's in the smack dab in the middle of the night. And so, oh man, doing like reset, I just don't understand why. I wonder if they ever said why they used to have reset at like in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they
maybe
probably
maintenance?
moved it. Yeah, I mean, they probably moved it because the I know that it's better for people. Like at least now, I think it happens at like noon or 11 Central now. I don't know. But it
10.
is kind of okay. Yeah, I know that they did that because people, prefer to actually hop on and see the update at a regular time. But also, I don't really understand why they did it before either, because, they're not working. Like, no one's there to see the... I don't know. That's weird. I don't get it.
It's such a weird thing to have like, the reset update in the middle of the night. My only guess is maintenance, because they usually do maintenance, like, when there is a reset. So.
Yeah. Yeah, shout out to Destiny, dude.
Good old
Destiny. I got back in there for a night. I played a little bit more today.
It's called Deadstiny.
Deadstiny, wow, damn. I thought it's been like that. I thought it was called Deadstiny for 7 years.
It has, but now we got a game. We got a game on the horizon.
Do we?
Called Apex Arena. People are excited about this.
They are. That's true.
And not too excited about the Destiny stuff.
Oh, well, I am. I'm pretty stoked about it. It's pretty exciting. Dude, okay, so this is Tyson Teddy Talk, episode 22. What's up? Fucking like, subscribe, smash that bell, comment down below. Fucking, there's this on YouTube. You can find it by searching Tyson Teddy Talk, or just Tyson Teddy. I think we'll probably bring it up. And then, leave a review on iTunes, all that good stuff.
On
My
Spotify,
name's Teddy.
on Deezer.
Tyson over here. Yeah, leave a review on Deezer. It's very important.
What a terrible name, by the way.
It's an awful name. Sounds like diesel, like fuel.
No, it sounds like D's nuts.
Oh my god.
Whenever I hear D's, I'm not gonna think like Deezer. It's D's nuts.
You're gonna think of D's nuts. That's fair. God damn.
That's probably what I'm just gonna call the app from now on. I'll make a shortcut on my iPhone, and it'll just be D's nuts.
There you go. To those of you who don't know, Deezer is a fucking music app that has an exclusive deal for Tyson's Fitbit watch. Dude, so we were talking about that before. I didn't actually finish talking about it. I want to look up pictures again because I'm telling you, the fucking Galaxy watches are so fucking cool. They're so neat. They look like legitimate actual watches. They're like what I pictured as a kid, like looking at, like imagining what a smartwatch would be, because it also has like a thing where you turn it where you would normally, and it like moves through selections and stuff. It's like Ben 10. You know, you hit smash it, turn into a different alien. Wow, you don't know about Ben 10?
What the hell is Ben 10?
Bro, he had a watch, and he would turn it to a different alien.
Ben had a watch.
He did. He had a watch.
What a guy.
At first, he had 10 aliens selectable on his watch, and then he would smash it, and he'd turn into that alien. And then eventually, they were like, fuck it, there are no goddamn rules. And he had like hundreds of aliens. I was like, the show's called Ben 10. What do you mean? So that was a good time.
It sounds.
You should look it up, Ben 10, dude.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
There was a sequel show that they did later with him in his teenage years. And what was really weird to me, like I always thought this was weird, and I still think it's weird. In the early show, there was like one episode with this kid named Kevin who was like a villain. Maybe there were more episodes with him, but like there was one episode with Kevin as a villain. And then in the sequel show with them in their teenage years, Kevin was just there as one of the main characters, and they're now buds. And I don't think they ever
was this a
explained
Nickelodeon show?
Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think they ever explained that whatsoever, though. I was always like, but I don't understand why. So that was weird. And yeah, and then eventually he had like oh.
Sounds like a terrible show.
I opened up. Oh my god, I'm looking at shit for Ben 10 right now. There apparently is a character. I don't know if this is him. Yeah, okay, so it's a version of Ben 10's character named Ben 10,000, and it's one of his possible futures from an alternate timeline where he had 10,000 aliens. God. Shout out to Ben 10.
Man,
what a classic.
They just there was a moment in time when they were making great animations, children's animations, and then they just stopped. Yeah. We had great ones like Hey Arnold. I'll go so far to say SpongeBob. I wasn't like super big into SpongeBob. We had Recess. We had the Weekenders. We had what else? There's so many other ones. Dexter's Laboratory, Powerpuff Girls, all these great shows. And then you got fucking Ben 10.
Bro, Ben 10 was the shit. Any of the follow-up series were garbage, okay? They milked it, and they fucked up the continuity. It didn't make any goddamn sense. It was annoying. But I'm looking at this right now. There was Ben 10, Ben 10 Alien Force, Ben 10 Ultimate Alien, Ben 10 Omniverse, and then Ben 10 2016 TV series. Okay, I guess maybe they just rebooted it. I don't know. And then Ben 10 in parentheses live action TV series, which I don't.
It's not gonna.
I want to find. Footage of that, because what the
never
fuck?
Gonna happen.
I don't know if that's maybe announced or maybe that did just happen. I don't know.
It sounds like Ben 10 just copied Animorphs and did it worse. Because Animorphs is dope.
As a kid, it was so cool though, because you know, watches are cool as a kid. Like smart watches are cool. So him having a watch that he'd smash. Watches are cool as a kid. Fucking 100%. Somebody back me up, dude. Watches are dope.
No.
Like when you're watching something and they're watching something. I'm sorry, but like they'll end up like talking into their watches. You know,
no,
like they're walking.
Morphers are cool as a kid. When they're the Power Rangers, but those weren't watches. Yeah. Those were morphers.
Yeah, but they're like the things on their wrist. You know what I mean? Like anything right here that you like hit or like talking to is cool. You know, it's pretty cool. Shout out, dude.
Oh, Shout out to Ben 10. No, let's leave Ben 10 in the
His
past
aliens were awful too. Eventually, when they started adding more, I was like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, oh my god.
I would rather be an Animorph than a Ben 10.
Bro, you don't know about what's his name? It's fucking Swamp Fire. That's not a name of a fucking. I just made that up. But they were all like stupid names like
Animorph greater than Ben 10.
Probably. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I've ever actually seen like an episode of Animorphs.
Well, the show wasn't great, but the books are great.
Yeah, I think they were just a little bit before me. I didn't end up reading any of those.
Books are so good.
when the Scholastic School Book Fair, did Canadians have that too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. When that
R.L. Stein,
came around,
Goosebumps.
I imagine these were probably
like Goosebumps
there,
and Animorphs were probably around the same time.
Goosebumps lasted. Maybe Animorphs was around for me and I just missed it. That's possible, because like I just didn't see anything about it. Good. But I do remember the like.
That's what I wanted to be when I was a kid, is an Animorph and a Power Ranger.
Hell yeah, dude!
Those are the two things.
How are you doing on living up to those goals? Are you getting there?
Well, it's impossible to be an Animorph. Not impossible to be a Power Ranger. Even not impossible to be on the TV show, because they don't do any stunts. It's all once they like morph, it's all like stunt doubles.
Is
they
that
just do the
still
voiceover.
How it's being done, like to this day?
You can tell. You can tell a lot. Well, like I highly doubt. You could tell in some earlier seasons because of the dimensions of the actors and the dimensions of the people in the suits, and you're like, wait, you're taller than this.
Dude, there was a do you remember the Power Rangers marathon on Twitch? I'm sure you do.
Oh yeah, because it was right before the movie.
Fucking magical time. Like, what a magical time to be.
But I know all of the
seasons. It was so good. And see, I didn't, but and I watched some Power Rangers as a kid, but not like a ton. And then when that like fucking marathon was happening, the amount of people that came out of the woodworks and were like, "Bro, you gotta watch fucking Super Rescue Dino Force or whatever the fuck," and we're like,
there's
all
RPD,
these different.
No, not RPD. SPD.
SPD. Yep, I'm looking at them right now.
And then there's. I can't remember exactly the timeline. They're not all connected. There's a couple that are connected, but they're not all connected. Yeah. There's like Lost Galaxy. There's Rescue. There's Operation Overdrive. There's
the current.
What's Lightspeed Rescue? Lightspeed Rescue.
Lightspeed Rescue. That was I really liked the theme for that one. That has a dope theme.
Man, the themes of all of them are just fucking bangers. Like they're so good, fucking good.
The original Power Rangers theme is still dope as fuck.
Yeah.
Like that was such a magical time though, because I would just turn it on and be like I'd leave for a day or two and come back and be like, oh, okay, where are we now? We're in some fucking like completely new characters and like try and get caught up and like it was so fun. Oh my god, it was so great. Whenever Tommy left, everybody in the chat's like, Tommy AFK.
Tommy left, but he comes back. He never really leaves. Yep, he's back in like 3 other seasons.
Yeah. Tommy's like the most like recurring character. Yeah.
I think that guy's
Dino Force is the cure.
Yeah, Dino Force. Fury. Man, Dino Fury. Is it Dino Fury?
Dino Fury is the current one.
Okay, it's
Dino Charge is one.
Yeah, Dino Charge I think is the one that he's in.
That's from 2015.
Where he's a teacher, and then he becomes the Power Ranger at the end. Spoilers.
Nice.
And then Jungle Fury is really good. That's a good one as well.
That's 2008. Nice.
Yeah. They have really good theme songs.
Yeah. I like whenever the Power Rangers marathon did end though, I actually went onto Netflix and just like they had the first couple seasons. I don't know, not too many. But I watched like the first half of just the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And it was so fun because it's really bad. Like it's really terrible. Yeah. And it's so funny. Like it's so
the
good.
Story's not terrible. Like the overarching story.
Yeah.
But it's really there's so much filler. It's like Dragon Ball Z. It's like a very like so incremental and so too many episodes, and it's like flavor of the like monster of the week kind of thing. But there's like certain episodes that are great, especially when they get like super power-ups, when like they power up like different things and they get like a new Megazord. That's really cool. Those are always like the cool episodes. Or when they get a new Ranger and they're like, oh, hey, here's this new Ranger. That's really cool. But there's a lot that's like, and they just made so many. So it's tough to like watch them all.
I remember like during the Power Rangers marathon, fucking Shonen being like, bro, you don't know about fucking Power Rangers.
And then at the same time,
like, all this shit.
At the same time, they had the big bad Beetleborgs. Never heard of the big bad Beetleborgs?
I have heard of them, but I've never seen them.
It was such a cool concept where I might actually mess up the concept, but this comic book artist could draw things, and then I think the guy's name was like Flabber or something that lived in a house.
Flabber.
I'm pretty sure it was Flabber, but he could make these things come to life. And then on like the enemy side, somebody could actually do that as well. They had like there's like a cartoon artist, and he would draw like monsters, and then they would bring like the drawing to life and create the monster. And then these three kids, the big bad Beetleborgs, had to defeat the monsters. So it was just kind of the same kind of thing. But it was just cool to see, because I think it was around the time I always like to draw, and I always like comic books, and I was like, oh, such a cool concept to like, they drew something and it came to life.
Yeah, Big Bad Beetleborgs definitely does not have the legacy and the history of Power Rangers. It ran. I think it was
like 3 seasons.
So that's just 2.
Well, then there was Beetleborgs Metallics.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that's...
it says Big Bad Beetleborgs, later Beetleborgs Metallics. Yeah. Is an American live-action TV series. Oh, it's by Saban or Saban, I don't know, Entertainment. It's the same... dude, I guess that's interesting. Yeah, 1996 to 1998, so like 2 years.
And then I don't know if it's the same. There's another one called the Mystic Knights of Tir na Nog.
Yeah,
I don't know if that was by like Haim Saban, but it's also like they were toys first. I'm pretty sure. Like Power Rangers were toys first.
Yeah,
or it was like Japanese too.
Yeah, no, I mean that's the whole.
All of a,
that's like they had the footage from like Japan, and then basically it was like, oh, we're gonna do this. It was like a whole.
And now it's just always filmed in New Zealand. Like all Power Rangers seasons now are filmed in New Zealand. I'm pretty sure.
Even more of a reason to go to New Zealand, you know? Let's do it.
COVID free, and you get to be a Power Ranger.
Hell yeah! I am fully vaccinated. Fun fact.
I am not.
Damn.
I registered, so now they get to email me to set up a date to get my first shot.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, fucking I mean my fucking boss for my company is watching this, which he fucking would never. But like, you don't hear this. But I like no side effects whatsoever. Like fucking a lot of people from Moderna shots were getting really bad second shots. I almost said second days, and then I'm like, nope. But I had Pfizer, and I did not have, like, I was a little bit tired the next day after my second shot, but like, that was it. My arm was sore.
Yeah, it depends on the person too. So. Everybody
a
has
lot
like,
of people
reactions.
Yeah, some people have absolutely been down after the second shot and like had fevers and whatnot, but usually even that goes away within a day or two. But I didn't have really anything, which was nice and encouraging. I want to tell people that. Be like, do it.
I had to go to the doctor to set up an appointment. The appointment, they're gonna phone me, and I'm like, that's kind of weird, cause like my shoulder.
Beat me if you want to reach me.
My shoulder and like my neck and back have been like so tight that I need to go to like either physiotherapy or just like get a massage. But to have that covered by like the company's medical plan, I have to get a referral. So I have to like get the walk-in clinic doctor.
Canadian health insurance was better. Okay, this sounds very American.
Why?
Because like I thought, I mean, this is a very general,
It has to be like an actually medical reason, not just like, oh hey, I want a massage because I just want a massage instead of like. My
but even the fact that it's going through your company, I thought Canadian health insurance was fairly like universal. I know that UK's is. I know that Australia's is.
Yeah, like if I didn't have health insurance, then yeah, like I would have to.
Oh, interesting. So it's like there is an option for like, everyone, but then there's also.
It's like companies. Say if you are poor and don't have a job. And you get hurt, then like you go and like you can get treated and you don't get like charged.
Oh. But like, why are you being charged? Why is that only for? I feel like poor people have an advantage there. So like,
yeah,
basically,
like, and they should when you think about it.
Sure, but
wouldn't that would be bad to like have poor people like have health insurance.
Yes, I was just under the conception that this was literally everyone. Like it just operated like that. I didn't think there were like for people who don't have health insurance, basically you're covered if you need to be. But
yeah,
there is also health insurance done through companies. That makes sense, but I didn't know that. I didn't know that's how that worked.
I'm confused.
So am I, but we're learning together.
No,
Which
like
part are you confused about?
That's just how it's always been. Like we have universal healthcare.
Okay.
But then like if I go and get a massage and I like submit the receipt to my what is it, medical service plan through my job,
okay,
it could probably be denied because I didn't get a doctor referral saying like, hey, you didn't like, it's not medically needed, even though like I feel like it is.
Interesting. Okay. But then would it not, well, I guess it wouldn't be because you're covered by your company's like health insurance. But my brain was like, would it then not be covered by the quote unquote universal healthcare? Like, I don't know. But I guess at that point,
not at the same percentage, and probably not because
time.
it's just you're just getting a massage.
Yeah, and you are under your company as well, so like, okay, interesting. Okay.
Like when I had to go, I had like not an eye infection, but like something to do with my eye, and I had to get some sort of like drop for it. I went to the pharmacy, and my company pays 80% of whatever.
Yeah, and I bet that's probably better than whatever the universal percentage is. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. All right. Cool. Yeah.
Like you still need health insurance. It's not like
what America is.
It's not like it's just they're giving shit away for free. It's not like you can I'm just gonna go into the dentist and get my teeth done for free. That's not what it is.
Hey man, fucking Australia, Dragons has me confused because he'll throw out shit about Australian
but they live
healthcare,
in a
and
bush.
I'm like, what the fuck?
And I don't know. I don't. If you want to live in a bush and have free healthcare like that, sure. Australian. But I'd rather live where the spiders aren't the size of my hand or my face.
They have quokkas. You ever seen a quokka before? They're
a koala?
Cute. No, a quokka. Quokka. They're pretty fucking.
They also
adorable.
have koalas
but to be fair,
that have chlamydia.
Also true. Oh my god. Australia has a regionally administered universal public health insurance program, Medicare in parentheses, that is financed through general tax revenue. Federal government.
I think that whole country has the same population as Canada.
Yeah, I mean, you can do shit like this in countries that have like less of a population for sure, fucking I don't know, Dragons has always been like, what do you mean you gotta fucking pay for college? What do you mean you gotta pay for therapy? If I wanted to go get therapy, I could just go. They'd pay for it. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like,
different
how
countries.
dare you? Yeah,
I mean, like, no offense. I still would rather live in North America and have to pay for these amenities rather than live in Australia and not. But that's just me. Things can kill you there. You're walking. If you go to Netflix and you say, what is it? 72. There's 72 dangerous animals of Australia. There's like and then it goes through all of the animals and all of the things that can kill you. Yeah. And some things aren't even like predators. It's like, oh, you step on this, and then you hear a horror story about a guy that had to chop his foot off. And I'm like, no, I'm sorry. I don't care if your healthcare, they're paying for your therapy, they're paying for all this stuff. If there's a chance that I get stung or stuck by something that could kill me like that, it's like, I don't want to live there.
Fair enough. The problem is with most countries that have really good like social benefits and stuff like that, like healthcare and college and all of that stuff, is like they're not gonna let you in, especially if you're American. Like, you have to come in and like provide something. Like, they're not just gonna be like, yeah, sure, dude. Like, here's your citizenship. There you go. Like, you do. It is a whole thing. Like, New Zealand and Australia, I think, are both.
And it's like it's weird. It's harder to get into Canada than it is to get into America. I don't know about now.
Oh, speaking of Canada and America, and also immigration, this kind of has to do with it, but sort of not. It just reminded me. We haven't gotten to what we've been watching this week, but it bums me out because I haven't watched as much of it as I want to. But The Handmaid's Tale season 4 returned with 3 episodes. They fucking dropped the first 3, and I fucking forgot how good their goddamn show is. It's so good.
Never seen it,
but. Oh my god! But the whole thing is like Canada like as a country like plays a really big part in that whole like story. It's so fucking cool. I don't know if you'd like it or not. I don't know.
I've heard about it, and I'm like, I don't mind the concept.
It
seems like it would be very slow.
It is. So that's the thing. Like, for a while, I wasn't sure, especially a little bit through season 2. I wasn't sure about it because I was like, oh my god, like it's such a slow burn, and specifically in like, I mean, probably mostly season 2 is where all this happened, where like the whole point of some episodes is very character focused and very like, it's not normally something I would like when it comes to that pacing, but like the acting is so fucking good that I'm like, I'm in, like, and it's also the cinematography too. Like, literally starting from the first episode this last season again, I was like, oh my god, I haven't watched something this pretty in so long. Like, I forgot what it's like to watch something that like clearly has like a fucking. It's very like Blade Runner in how everything is fucking symmetrical and like shots and sets are laid. Oh my god, it's really cool. But yeah, the show I recommend to people because it is very good. But I would always just warn people it is a slow burn. But like
it's
right now,
show that I'm gonna watch when it's over, when it's like fully
totally
over,
fair,
and I'm just gonna binge it all. So
and I bet it's probably like the way that they have been going, it's gonna be like a really good thing to go all the way through. But yeah, like where they're at right now in season 4 is like where I have been wanting them to get plot-wise for so long, but it's so awesome that they're finally here. I'm like, holy shit. There's like so many satisfying things that are happening that like they had been building up for so goddamn long. It's awesome. It's really good. The main actress too, is fucking incredible.
No,
and it's
Elizabeth Moss.
Yeah. And every episode, I forgot how they fucking format them because every episode is an hour. Like, it's a straight hour. It's not even like 45 minutes or anything. And like the premiere is very like, I'll say this in a non-spoilery way. She kind of like wakes up somewhere and like kind of like wakes up, goes through a little like monologue because some of it's like narrated by her because it's like it's based off of a book, and I think that's kind of how the book was written, and they incorporate that pretty well. They don't do it too often. They do it like once an episode, usually at the beginning and at the end or something. But she got up, kind of goes through a little thing, goes out a door, goes down a hallway, and then like as the episode, and that's kind of in the first 5-10 minutes, and as the episode is like winding down, she goes back into that hallway from like the different entrance. Like she left here, and then there's a door back here, and she's like walking into it, but it's the same shot, but like the lighting's a little bit different, and like she goes into the room and like lays down at the end of the day, and I was like, fuck, like it's a very like cinematic kind of like wrap up, which a lot of shows, at least the ones that I do, yeah, a lot of shows, at least the ones I fucking watch, don't actually format their episodes in a film kind of manner. But this show does, and I kind of forgot that, and I was like, okay, like, fuck yeah. It's not one, though, like, I was going to sit down and watch an episode today with, like, breakfast, and then I was like, no. It's not one that I sit down with and I'm like, ooh, Saturday morning. It is one that I have to mentally prepare myself for. I'm like, all right, here we go.
Sounds like Sons of Anarchy. I remember when I used to watch Sons of Anarchy, and I was like, oh, it's such a show that you really just have to be prepared to, like, not cringe, but just be like, it's going to get heavy. It's just going to get, it's not like complicated stories. It's just like very very emotionally like taxing stories.
Yeah.
And I mean,
yeah.
Like
it is
I think
good
I
too
binged that
because-
show, and then by the last season, I was like, I can't do this anymore, and I didn't finish it because I was just like, it's just too much to like, especially to binge. It just feels like you're just taking on so much. You're experiencing all of their problems in a shortened amount of time.
Yeah. God, that's crazy. Yeah, it is very good. And as somebody who like, I actually do enjoy like dystopian kind of stories, but there's not as many of them now as there used to be. There was a time where there was fucking all just
That shit
like,
was hot. That was the hottest
young
shit
adult
on the block.
fucking dystopian. Yeah, and there's not really too many of those now. But this very much is like a, like, you know, America is literally like a different country and shit.
I watched the first 3 episodes of season 8 of The Walking Dead, and I still like hit a wall, and I'm just like, oh god, this is so boring. And I like
I don't know.
I looked up and I was like, when does the showrunner change? And I'm pretty sure it's like season 9.
Yep, so most likely.
Okay,
season 8
really
is where most people dropped.
Yeah,
if I remember
I really
correctly.
just have to push through. But like, I don't know if it's the lighting. It like that show has a very depressing like tone, like visually, not even just like the characters, but like the how it's like lit, and it always looks like it's hot. Like obviously it's hot, but it just like looks like it's hot.
I see what you mean. Yeah,
and it's like a little 100%. Like it's not sepia tone, but it like kind of sepia tone.
A little bit.
It's just like really.
Yeah, so that's totally fair.
I've got to just push through, and I know that it'll get better. But
plot for season 8.
That was when so like I restarted season 8, and it was the episode, and they are going to like fight Negan. That's the start of the season with the cars.
Okay, yes.
And,
so
like, and all that
I just
stuff.
looked at the ending. Like I was like, if I look at the last episode, I'll be able to tell what the season was. Yeah, this is 100% the season where most people dropped. Literally around where you're watching, like around episode 3 of season 8 is where people were like, I'm like, I can't.
It's so tough because it's so tough even to like watch it and not like look at my phone. Because it's like, it's just not.
I mean, honestly, you can.
Yeah.
You can. Like, for the rough seasons of Walking Dead, I kind of did that where I was like, I know I'm pushing through this, and I kind of just watch it somewhat in the background, you know? I need to get back on that.
I also restarted Demon Slayer. Because it's on Netflix, and you can switch between dub and sub. And
so I was actually watching it on Hulu, because originally it was on Hulu. And not Netflix, and then I was browsing through Netflix and saw it and was like, oh shit. And then as I was watching an episode on Hulu, like during a fight scene when kind of the animation like switches and gets even more like crazy, the bitrate kind of got fucked up, and I made sure that it was at the best quality on Hulu. So I was like, I wonder if Netflix is better. And like I opened up better quality, and I opened up like the next episode, and literally just like that opening, the da-da-da-da, where it has the has the little episode name at the bottom, and like kind of like a little title screen.
Yeah.
Even just that, I was like, oh my god, this is so much clearer.
Yeah. It's just
so I'm watching it on Netflix.
Well,
now.
That's weird because like Disney owns Hulu, so you'd think like, but Disney's not great with the streaming. Like even Disney Plus isn't like snappy and like fast.
Honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I think
if you go
Netflix
to Disney Plus,
probably is the best quality out of all of them.
Oh yeah, but it's like, but when you think about it, they have been doing it the longest, so they know how to 100%. Like compress stuff, how to do all that streaming shit. They
that streaming.
They
shit.
just know how to do it all because I was watching Scrubs again because I needed something.
Sound like me with Avatar, right?
Fun to watch. And so no, but I'm still watching. There's a show that I watched that's new.
So am I.
That's new, brand new, because these Walking Dead episodes I've actually seen before. But with
Glad you're going through that.
Watching Scrubs on Disney Plus, it's just like navigating to like the thumbnail of Scrubs and then clicking it, and it's not like going into it right away, and it's just like these small things that you just become so accustomed to on Netflix, where it's like, I want to watch this. Oh, it's right there, and it's playing right away. It's so nice, and I hope that these other platforms will pick up the pace.
Honestly, I should have switched over to Netflix when I saw that had Demon Slayer, because I actually have the Hulu that has ads. So like a lot of the time for Demon Slayer, it has like little ad breaks, but when it gets to them, it just doesn't do it. It just continues, and I'm like, okay, well, all right. But sometimes it does.
Because like that's the same with Dragon Ball Super. When I watched Dragon Ball Super on Crunchyroll, they had little extras and intros of to a commercial where it's like, Dragon Ball Z Super, we'll be right back, and then it's like a little graphic and something, and then it comes back from commercial even though there's no commercial.
Yeah, so I've actually been enjoying. That's how One Piece was as well, where it had like every time it would leave for a commercial and come back, it had like a certain screen, and I was like, okay, I got it. We don't.
You can just cut that stuff out when you upload it to the streaming service.
I wish, dude. God, but the one thing, like, I've been enjoying Demon Slayer so much, it actually made me want to go back and continue One Piece at least a little bit. But the problem is when I was watching it on Funimation, I don't have that like premium account anymore. So I wonder if I could log in with like the free version, because I think Funimation has like a free version. Because I want to see what episode I was on. I don't remember. And then Netflix does have like, it doesn't have all of them. It has like the first 3 or 4 arcs or seasons or whatever, but still it has a good bit. So like I'd be covered for a while.
Netflix
but I have to find what
really
episode I'm on.
For anime. Like they're
doing better with that lately.
A lot more.
Yeah,
I think I might
100%.
re-up my Crunchyroll, because there's a couple that I kind of want to listen to. You know that song that I showed you yesterday by Stray Kids. They actually do an opening title for Tower God or God Tower, something like that. I kind of wanted to watch that anime to see if it's any good.
Have you seen the I'm sure you probably haven't seen it, but have you seen like at least like maybe the art for it on Netflix, the like Dota series? It is like a Dota anime.
Heard there's a Dota anime.
Yeah. And like visually just looking at it and it, mousing over it, it shows you a bit of it. Art-wise looks really fucking cool. Like looks genuinely quality.
That's on Netflix?
I don't know the story. Yeah, and it looks like it's just one season. So I have that in my list because I want to check that out. Castlevania Season 4 is coming out. I know you haven't seen that, but it's so good.
One day.
That's coming out
maybe
soon.
One day.
Yeah. I don't know. I've had a fucking great time the last like week or two with shows and movies and fucking games and stuff too.
Did you watch Mortal Kombat?
I didn't. No, I haven't seen it. I was thinking about it, but like,
I've heard more of like both sides. There's lots of people that liked it, but then lots of people that didn't, but like they still understood. I don't know. There's people that are like, oh, it was a lot better than the 90s one, and I'm like, maybe the special effects. I'll give you that. Obviously, that's just like a given because it was made in the 90s. Yeah. Something made now, like visually, it's gonna look better. If it doesn't, that's a big problem. But I don't know, like I just felt, and maybe it's just because I've seen that one first, that's why I just feel that one was better, even though, I don't know.
I think I might still enjoy it going in with lower expectations, so I don't know. Just be like, people are going to
watch it for the fight scenes.
Kill each other.
Fight scenes are good. Like,
yeah,
that was exciting.
I'll probably do that.
But just like some of the dialogue lines.
How long is it?
Physically cringe.
Oh, God. That's scary. It's fine though. I don't know. I made it through 4 hours.
There's another
Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Amazon that I want to watch. It's with Michael B. Jordan, the Tom Clancy one. I heard it got all right reviews, but I'm like, Michael B. Jordan, I'll watch him in anything.
I wanted to watch. Speaking of Tom Clancy, I've wanted to watch the Jack Ryan show with fucking John Krasinski for like so long. I wanted to watch that. I heard that the show was really good.
The movies are so much better.
I mean, yeah, but there's a lot of those, right? Like, aren't there a good bit of Jack
There's only
Ryan
2
movies?
that you really have to watch. Because there's one with Alec Baldwin, The Hunt for Red October. You can skip that one.
Yeah.
Then there's The Sum of All Fears, which is the last, or like sort of the last one, with Ben Affleck. Skip that one.
So
Christopher.
There's The Hunt for Red October.
Yeah.
Dude, so okay. Hunt for Red October is the first one. Alec Baldwin, yeah. Second one, Patriot Games with Harrison Ford. Yeah. Third one, Clear and Present Danger with Harrison Ford. And then The Sum of All Fears with Ben Affleck.
So you really have to just watch
Shadow Recruit.
You don't watch the Christopher Pine, no.
And then Without Remorse with Michael B. Jordan. Is that the?
He's not Jack Ryan. He's not
They have it listed as that. That's crazy. They have it on the Jack Ryan Wikipedia.
I mean, like Jack Ryan is like the umbrella of Tom Clancy's stuff. Like in the books, he's always been he's been a very prominent character.
Yeah.
But you really have to watch 2 movies. You have to watch Patriot Games and Clear and Present Danger, the 2 Harrison Ford ones. Well, those 2 are amazing. Everything else is all right. The Ben Affleck one's not good. The Chris Pine ones are okay, but it's just hard seeing anybody else as Jack Ryan, I guess. Like
from everyone that I have heard that watched the Amazon show said it was really good. So I don't know. And I like TV, so I might end up doing it. I've been planning on doing that forever. Will I anytime soon? No. Not at all. Not at all. I got 2-hour episodes of Handmaid's Tale to watch still, with probably, I don't know when they're releasing them. I assume weekly. I don't know when. We'll figure that out.
I've got the rest of the
Demon
season
Slayer.
of
I'm still going through.
Invincible because I watched the first episode.
Fuck yes. Okay, I was gonna talk about that in a very vague sense because I finished the finale. But I finished the finale, and this was my next step. These are all of the comics. This is the compendium 1, 2, and 3, which goes up to literally 3. I want to see the highest number of issue because I think it's over 150. Or something like that.
I liked it. I wish that I didn't know. Well, I don't know. I was because I don't know if you said it or if it was just on Twitter where people were like, there's a big,
you probably could have guessed it.
A big shock at the end of the first episode. And so I was kind of waiting for it. And I was kind of theorizing what it could be. And I'm like, okay, well, it has to be something with the big dude, with the Omni-Man or whatever, because he's just so front and center, and they were alluding to some sort of things during the episode. Yeah, but I didn't fully guess that he would go like that, and I still don't know why.
Yeah, right, dude. I
still don't know why. So
fucking good.
Yeah,
I was a little conflicted on whether or not I wanted to buy the comic series and go through it because the way that the show is fucking telling the story and the acting, fucking J.K. Simmons is so goddamn good, right. And the music and everything with it, just the way it's all framed and paced as a show, I'm I don't know if I want to ruin that for me. But from what I've heard,
a 40-minute cartoon, that's
right.
That's another
that's
thing.
Rare.
Because I keep when I was watching it, I'm like, okay, so it's probably gonna end soon, and I'm like,
right,
no,
yeah,
I'm like, oh, it's 40 minutes. You kind of just have to get your head wrapped around watching a cartoon episode. Yeah. In a longer form.
Yeah. For me, I don't know. I just kind of paced it in my head like it was not Game of Thrones, but a 45-minute show, you know? I just it sort of started to feel like that. But yeah, it's crazy to have a 45-minute animated show. I'm glad that it is because the first season's only 8 episodes. But from what I've been hearing, because I've been watching Kind of Funny do their reaction for each episode afterwards, and Blessing and Andy haven't read the comics, but Tim, Nick, and Greg have all read the comics, and they've been talking, and Kevin, they've been talking about it without spoilers, but mentioning certain things that are different, mostly pretty minor, and mostly it's just kind of the way that they tell stuff is different, and there are some certain storylines are doing a little bit before when they did them in the book and stuff like that. So I'm okay, it seems like reading the book will be different enough to where I will still really enjoy the show. But after the finale, I was like, God damn it. I need to know.
I'll probably finish it. Maybe I'll finish it this weekend.
The finale left me speechless. It was very good.
When I looked up the first episode, I looked it up on IMDb, and I looked at all of the voice actors, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is definitely a Robert Kirkman joint, because I'm these people were all in The Walking Dead.
Yeah, apparently. So when they actually had Robert Kirkman on the fucking Kind of Funny podcast, and they were talking about why did you get all these Walking Dead people for episode 1? And he was basically well, I was gonna kill them off. I knew I was gonna kill them.
I know them.
Yeah, and I know them. So yeah, dude, it's really good. I liked episode 1 when I watched it, but I wasn't holy shit. But like the more it goes, the more I'm like, god damn. Like each episode gets better and better. Yeah. It's really good.
I was laying on the couch and so like this is what I did last night is I started Pokemon Snap. Well, I ate pizza and I started Pokemon Snap. and then I did like the first little like I guess level. Really great. Really cool. Scratching that itch of like like you can take a picture and you get 1 star and you can get all the way up to I think like 4 star and you get different things, then you get different filters, and there's gonna be a lot of that, but I just wasn't like really feeling it. I was like getting kind of like pizza tired. And then so I watched the first episode and then I like laid on the couch and then started the second episode and then I fell asleep.
That's fair. That pizza tired will hit you, you know.
So I gotta rewatch the second episode.
Fair. Oh my god.
Man, pizza tired. Pizza tired's great.
It'll hit you.
But it does it's like a surprise. Cause like you don't
and
think
it
you're
shouldn't
tired.
be.
You don't think you're tired, and then all of a sudden you're asleep.
And you're like, fuck.
Then you wake up and you're like, I had the pizza tired.
Exactly, dude. I'm trying to think of anything else that I watched over the last week. I don't think so. New episode of My Hero Academia. I haven't watched that yet. Yeah.
Practical Jokers, man. They're still going, and they're doing things differently, obviously, because like they can't do some of their like skits they used to. But man, that show.
Still doing
if you just want a funny fucking show where it's just 4 friends making fun of each other for half an hour,
there you go.
There's nothing better than that show.
Nothing better.
No.
Nothing in the universe.
And like spoilers, for the latest episode, one of the punishments. I don't know if you know who the guys are, like Sal.
No.
Sal,
I've seen clips, but I don't know.
So his punishment was for the rest of the season. They changed his name to Prince Herb.
Oh god.
So like his
for the rest of the season.
So the title card of the season it says Prince Herb. They have to refer to him as Prince Herb. His website was like Sal Vulcano Comedy is now like Prince Herb Comedy.
Oh my god.
And then this picture where they had Prince Herb, he had both of his ears pierced. And so they had to go and pierce both of his ears. Oh and he's got like huge, big square earrings for the rest of the season.
God damn. That's crazy. I don't know how they're still doing that. That's wild. It's been going for years and years, right?
Yeah, this is season 9.
Yeah, jeez.
Well, now like Joey Fatone owns like part of it.
Huh.
And he does like the after show, which is like the after show of The Walking Dead. It's pretty much just like them. Man. Yeah, so it's just I think it's just called The Impractical Jokers After Show. And they just like talk about the episode and show like bonus clips. But then like Joey Fatone hosts that as well.
Man, speaking of the I don't know. Maybe I'll just wait, but let me know when you get to fucking season 10. Then I'll start from there. Cause like, I don't know, like Invincible with that show and now reading the comic, cause I picked it up and started reading a little bit today and getting into it. Like Robert Kirkman's so fucking good. And like, I kind of do want to finish that show. Like,
but I don't know. I thought they broke away from Kirkman.
He's
in
still,
the show.
I'm pretty sure he is still there and like an executive producer, but like I don't think he's not the showrunner or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure he's still on it.
Like he was a showrunner for a while.
I think so, maybe early on. I'm curious about that. I wonder if he was. But yeah,
so I thought like AMC and him had a falling out for a while.
Maybe for a while. The thing with Walking Dead, though, is like I actually read most of the comics. Like I'm probably not that far from the end. It's just been years since I just kind of fell off, and now it's been years since then. So
well, and there's like, isn't there like there's Fear the Walking Dead as well?
Fucking don't.
No,
don't worry about
it's still
shit.
going though, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Apparently.
And like, what's his name? Lord Shax. He's in it.
Yep. He went over to that show.
Yeah.
Basically was like, peace out, I gotta go join the
And
other
what's
one.
her name? From
yeah, dude.
100.
Fucking Lexa.
That's probably one reason why I would watch that show.
It is 100% one of the reasons why I watched the first season for Lexa. God,
and then isn't there like a new Netflix movie every day or week or something for the summer? Is that starting in May?
I don't know. Just in general, just a new Netflix
there's like
movie?
a new.
I don't know.
That was like.
I thought you were talking about like a Walking Dead movie on Netflix. I was like, wow, that's a lot of Walking Dead.
No, Netflix
just dropping the Rick Grimes.
Summer of Movies, 2021.
I'm curious of something.
I thought that they were doing like something crazy. Like I know that they were doing what is it? Army of the Dead. The Zack Snyder movie.
Okay. I don't know. Yeah, it says 2021 film. Has Dave Bautista in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a trailer for it.
I don't know if like I thought they were doing like a movie a week or something. A new movie a week.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The fact that you just said Zack Snyder made me immediately be like, I don't really care. I don't wanna do that. I don't wanna do that.
It's true.
Like, dude, so my friend Garrett, who I've been playing a lot of Rogue Company with, was like, I don't remember when, but we were playing the game, and like the Snyder Cut came up, and I was like, oh, I don't want to talk about it, guys. I just don't want to think about it. And he was like, what? I love the Snyder Cut, and I was like, did you? Are you sure about that? And he was like, yeah, dude. And I like found the timestamp from the episode where we started talking about it, and I literally just opened up the podcast episode, clicked to a random point, and immediately got to the where I was like, you know what else is bad? The goddamn Snyder Cut. Like I just randomly clicked to it and found exactly the timestamp, and I was like, here you go. If you want to know how I felt about it, here's this. I can't rehash that right now or ever.
I don't know if like I don't think I'll ever watch it
too much of an emotional toll. No, God no. Jesus Christ. I probably hate it more than I should, but it's okay.
I think that's probably I don't hate it. I just don't care. Like it's just like
the problem is I actually am somebody who cares about DC characters, and I like the DC universe.
I like DC characters. I just don't care about that film specifically. Like I don't because it's like one, it's a dead film. It's a dead like they're not gonna rehash it because fans are like, oh, give us the Snyderverse.
Dude, I saw something on somebody's fucking Facebook group today where they were like, apparently he shot something for like with some actor for like a Green Lantern appearance, and they're like, oh, release the fucking Green Lantern cut.
I want revisionist history to happen, and we can embrace the Green Lantern film with Ryan Reynolds. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to watch that. Hey, it gave us Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds together. I don't know whatever their couple name is, but without that movie, they would not be together. So, you know what? I give my props to that movie alone.
That's fair.
And he wasn't bad in the movie.
Yeah.
It's just the movie was bad.
That's what I've heard. Also, I'm just scrolling.
You haven't seen it? Right now. You're a DC fanboy.
I know, but everyone said that it was garbage, Lantern. So I just said I'm not gonna bother. Because why would I do that?
But make your own decisions. Be your own person. Make your own mind up.
This is a good point.
It's like when people are like, oh, I don't want this video game. This video game sucks. And it's like, well, I'm gonna see for myself. And sometimes I'm right, and sometimes I'm right.
God damn it. Fuck it.
Halfway, I wasn't sure if I was going to say that. And then I was like, fuck it. I'm just going for it.
Commit to it. Game-wise, I was going to mention it if there was anything. I haven't played too much more Immortals, but the bit that actually, I guess I have since the last podcast. I beat the main story again on Nightmare. Well, I got to the last bit where it's like, you can't turn back if you do this. You gotta beat Typhon. We'll make a save for you, but you can't. So I was just like, fuck it. I'm saving that literally until the last thing that I do.
The first time you beat Typhon or like the second? I can't remember.
The second. Actually, no, it's the first time.
The first time.
When you go to jump into the middle giant vault, that's when they're like, no turning back. And
the first
it just
time you
goes
beat Typhon, you just knew that it was not the final fight.
Yeah, I was like,
man, this is way
right.
too easy. And I'm like, it's so short. And then it was over. And I was like, obviously that's not the last boss.
The whole time I was like, this is not it.
It's not an exciting boss fight. I was like, it was boring.
I'm honestly a little scared for the Nightmare version because some of the bosses have fucked me up.
You just make a save and then.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to do literally everything possible up until that point, so I will have every possible upgrade. So it shouldn't be a problem. Might just be a little bit hard, but yeah, I finished all the rest. So now I have everything open. I have the achievement for unfogging the whole place, which I didn't even do the first time. I unfogged like King's Peak and the middle section too. It's really nice because like that normally that's the first thing I do in open world games, but like it took me so long that now I'm looking at the map. I'm like, wow, you can see everything. It's amazing. And I just gotta, next time I play, I'm gonna go through and clean up some achievements. Like one of the ones is like collect all the mounts. And now that I do have the whole world open, I'm gonna pull up a video and run through and collect all the mounts, which like, I love doing stuff like that. That sounds like fun. This is a fun little afternoon. And then the problem is I'm actually, I say relatively close. I mean, probably 10 to 20 hours away from like 100%ing, I think, the main game. But then I still have a new god, which I finished. And now I just have to go through and do all the optional stuff. So that's not too much. And then I do have the Mists of the Eastern Realm, which is a whole new fucking game. And then the Lost Gods, the final one, seems even bigger than the other two. Like, the Lost Gods is huge. Like, it's a fucking ARPG with, like, really intricate perks and upgrades and armor and shit. And I was like, God damn, all right. I will say, really liking the last DLC. The last DLC so far has been the most impressive out of all of them. I think it's really cool and has a lot of potential to, like, actually have a good amount of new shit. Like, I was watching a video that the Immortals, like, Twitter put out that was like, here's a build you can try. And it was showing them with all the different, like, perks and stuff equipped. And, like, watching it, you can see all that shit in the gameplay. Like, they were shooting out tornadoes, and there was, like, all sorts of AoE. It was very much like, oh, this is Diablo when you upgrade all your shit. And, like, dude, it's crazy. It's really cool. And then, other than that, still playing Rogue Company. Slowly taking a break from that because everybody has been getting salty lately, and I feel like competition has been slowly ruining our group. So
that's
I'm like,
literally
guys,
what happens.
We need to take a break. We gotta calm down.
That's literally people. You gotta.
Yeah.
When you have like you go into comp, but I don't know. Well,
it depends.
It really depends on the person.
Yeah.
And like the group dynamic. I think it's more playing because I was watching like trials on yesterday and like watching trials carries and stuff like that. And
I mean, to be fair, when I used to play trials with me and Eric and like my friend Ryan, and we did that like every weekend, for the most part, it was totally fine. And like we were chill and like we had a good team dynamic. But like after months and months of doing that and eventually people getting better and better and we fucking just couldn't beat people, we fucking started getting mad at each other. And we were like, we gotta stop, guys.
There's just so many things to complain about as well. Like when I was watching ZK and it's like there's stasis to complain about, grenade launchers, 3-peaking, like Dead Man's Tail, just like weapon loadouts, and just like then there's the hackers as well, and there's just so much that supers. There's like
I can't
people that
I would like to play trials, or I would like to play trials like I used to. But that is gone and will never happen again. Not only because of all of those issues, but also just because, like, whenever I have tried to play Trials in Destiny 2, especially since it came back, not, since Trials of the Nine or whatever originally, ever since, like, they brought back Trials of Osiris, like, playing on PC is just, it's too much. Like, and it's all these people who have gone flawless every weekend, multiple times, for years at this point. With the same team, so it's like, what do you want me to do? Like every time we saw
not next season, season after that, it's gonna be crossplay, and it's gonna be
help.
so much. No, it's not gonna help. How's that gonna help?
I would imagine.
How?
Console players are less cheaters, right? Like there isn't that a whole thing with PC?
There's still cheaters on console.
Yeah, but like, isn't the whole thing with PC is that there are definitely a lot more cheaters, especially in trials? Like,
it's
I've
not even like
Watts
cheaters. It's not even the cheater. Like when you watch like a card, when I watched a card, they didn't run into a cheater like most of the time.
That's good.
There's only like one or two. The cheating is like not the worst thing. It's the actual like shit in the game.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when Trials originally came out. I play with aim assist myself.
No, but there's more aim assist on console than there is on PC.
Is there actually? Interesting.
Yes.
That's weird.
So yeah.
Why?
And so you're not gonna have like opt-in PvP, so that's gonna be a mess.
Are most people actually like?
Well, most people just don't care about PvP in the game. Like the PvE Destiny players were fairly happy. PvP players, I'm just like sad for them because it's like they haven't had a map since Shadowkeep. A map. We got a whole planet. We got Europa. We didn't get it. There's not a new map.
That is crazy.
It's wild. No new modes.
It is very clear that they have not. Yeah. I mean, even in Destiny 1, they put more of a focus on PvP throughout the life cycle because, like, they added new modes, they added new maps, even if it wasn't all the time, but, like, they would add new maps.
Why not just
like
make
they added Rift and
a stripped down mode where you don't have your abilities and you just have
people have been
guns.
asking for that forever, but they've.
But you know how probably
Bungie
easy that would be. Like it's like the code is there. It's not like it would be that hard to make.
No, they don't.
Mode.
I don't think they want to do that from more of a philosophy standpoint of like the game, because you know how they don't, for the most part, whenever they do like guns and ability like balancing, they say that they try to not separate the sandboxes. They try to like make a change, and if they do it, they do it in both, which most people hate.
But that's not like that would have nothing to do with this.
It does. It absolutely does. So what I'm saying is their whole philosophy.
Think about Mayhem, where you get your super in like seconds.
Yeah, but their whole philosophy.
They have a mode where you get a super like crazy. Why can't you have a mode where you don't get a super, where you don't get grenades, where you don't get a rift?
Like their philosophy with balancing like shotguns, for example, and then it does it for both. Their whole thing is they want that kit that you have and your character to be persistent with you throughout all like game modes and all fucking aspects of Destiny. But it wouldn't be, because you'd be stripping away so much of like literally your abilities. That's not your same character.
Yeah, it's a gunplay
like on
mode.
A philosophy wise.
It's the same thing. It's the exact opposite of Mayhem. Mayhem, you don't shoot your guns in Mayhem or you're an idiot, because it's literally just like ability spam and super spam. That's why it's Mayhem. So they just take that mode and they do the exact opposite.
Sure.
Like how I
think a lot of people would like that, but I think my reasoning makes sense as to their philosophy as to why they would not.
But that's not separating anything.
Bungie.
That's not balancing anything differently.
You're not taking the same kit. You're not taking the same character with you throughout Destiny.
Yeah, you are.
But to be fair, you could argue that Mayhem is doing not that. You know, you could argue that Mayhem basically feels like a different character because it's, you know, amped up so much. So you never know.
Yeah,
also, that's Bungie philosophy from years ago. I don't even know if they're still doing that.
No, like they have different tuning, like on guns sometimes.
Yeah, it's so rare that sometimes they do it. And I remember listening to like Destiny community podcasts and like Planet Destiny. Whenever they did that, they were like, "Good, keep doing that." Yeah. And then they didn't for the most part. Like,
yeah, I just think that like it wouldn't hurt to just have a mode where it's just gunplay, and that's all it's called. It's called gunplay, and it's literally just
a good name.
Like it's Crucible PvP, but instead of like crutching on your abilities, you have a mode where people can just play with the guns that you give them. You're still the same character.
Would your movement still be the same?
Why wouldn't it?
because some could argue that's very much an ability, but that's fair.
No.
That's why I asked.
I'm saying all the things that recharge. So your super, your grenade, and your ability, and your melee. So like all of those 4 abilities isn't what you're like for the majority of the time that you're playing Destiny in PvE even, you're using your guns. So it's the same character.
True? Dude, do you remember like original D2, like when the cooldowns and shit were so long? That was crazy.
Especially with the hunter. Because the hunters was the shittiest of them all, like because of the timing, because you would just reload your weapon.
Yeah.
But it would take so long for that ability to come back. You're like, this is just pointless.
I am of the small minority that actually really enjoyed that for PvP, but I also really liked countdowns. But in
I like
PvE,
it for PvP. But
but in PvE it was fucking rough. Like I remember running strikes and being like, throw a grenade and then wait fucking half the strike later to be able to do it again. I was like, God damn.
They made everything so slow. But now everything's well, it's not too fast. It's just they made things super fast, but then they made you also be able to freeze your opponent. So it's just like you don't have any way to do anything to like combat that.
I have not stepped into PvP yet since started playing again.
The thing is I don't think I ever will. Like even for the pinnacle, it's like I'll grind it. I'll do something else.
So I was going to point out just on the show, I mean, you probably know this, but I was going to say the reason why, first of all, I've been saying that I swear to God, I'm going to play Vault of Glass. I'm going to play the season when Vault of Glass comes out. I've been saying that, right? But when this last week, when they put in the TWAB, like how they're doing the contest mode, I'm like, fuck, that's so cool. It sounds so fun. I want to do it so bad. And when I first
You've never done a contest mode, have you?
No, I haven't. I haven't actually ever done an official contest mode before. I've done blind for like in D1. I think I did. We did Crota for sure. We did.
But you could like over level. I think we did for those. Or like be on level.
We didn't. We were like on level for Crota. I can't remember where we were for the Taken King one, which King's Fall. There we go. I was like, I'm forgetting the name of. But we did that one blind too. For the most part. I think we did Wrathblind too. But no, I haven't actually done an official contest mode. And me and like Squeegee were talking about it, and we were like, Squeegee was kind of hyping me up because I saw what they're doing for contests, and I was like, that's so cool. And I was like, after talking, I was like, dude, if we can get 6 people. And then I did this whole theorizing of like, oh, the power grind's not going to be too bad. And then later I looked at the TWAB and I had totally just skipped over this sentence. I had totally missed it. Like the VOG is going to be 1,300 at like the highest. They said at the cap for all the encounters. Like the cap is going to be for the highest contest. Yeah. For the highest encounter.
So that means like it will get harder. You won't go up in lane.
Sure. Here, let me read it. Because it said, you will need to be at 1,300 power to be at the cap for all of the encounters. Yeah. So I'm like, oh. And also 1,300, you can get right now in the current season. And I was like, oh, shit. Okay. So honestly, if I can get 6 people, which right now, Eric, me, Fury, Squeegee, and Future said he'd be down. And if possible, I wanted to find people that were like, original that have played VOG from D1 and also
it's gonna be a little bit like especially since I don't know. I think it's gonna be different. I don't think it's gonna be.
It's gonna be very different. I feel.
Yeah.
Like Dragons was talking about it. He was saying he went and watched. Yeah, exactly. Dragons put this in the Discord, and he was saying he went and watched like Dato's old guide, and he was saying he watched the old guide for like the opening.
It's cheating.
Cheating.
Wow. Can't believe it.
Wow, can't believe it. It's crazy. But he was saying he watched like the opening and he was like, dude, Witherhorde would break that. They just walk out of the doors.
There's a lot of guns that would break.
Yeah, 100%. And I was like, yeah, dude, I'm telling you, it's going to be pretty different. Because just with literally all of like the guns that exist in the current sandbox and the abilities, I'm like, it's not going to be the same.
I would squeeze in a raid. I would squeeze in a Deepstone Crypt raid for you guys before VOG.
That's fair. That's fair. But the
you're gonna have like 5 people that haven't raided in like months,
in a long time,
and you're like, yeah, let's do a day 1 contest.
Let's do it. But yeah, I wanted to get people in there who played D1, which at the moment, with the 5 that we have, they all did VOG back in the day, but we might not be able to find. And I wanted people on our similar level of somewhat casualness. So I was like, hopefully gonna find one more. But if we can't, we can get Dragons in. But the only thing is Dragons hasn't done VOG before, but he's dude, Dragons anytime we have gone into a raid has like one-shot everything, so he'll be fine. But yeah, so if we can get together 6, I will literally like fucking put it on my calendar. I will like, let's do it. It's on a Saturday. It's May 22nd. Yeah. So I'm like, I could do that. And especially once I found out that 1300 is the power. Because I was all worried about like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to grind that much power in like 2 weeks. And then I was like, oh, no, I can get it right now.
It's not the power grind. Well, for this, it's not the power grind, but it's the...
it's going to be certain weapons.
Well, no, and it's like playing hard content.
Yeah, for sure.
Like going to a Master Nightfall and then just kind of like mess around with that. Because then you're going to be able to see like...
Yeah, I mean, to be fair,
like hard content you haven't done. Even Deep Stone Crypt wasn't hard because you did it after contest.
Sure, but like I don't expect to even necessarily beat it. I'm
talking about the first encounter though.
Yeah, that's fair. I imagine we'll get past the first encounter. We're gonna figure that out. I swear to God.
Contest. You get one shot.
Yeah, I know. But I have definitely played raids where you get one shot before. But I guess, even then, I guess I can't say that for the whole team because I'm sure some of them were maybe a little bit ahead. I don't know. But I've definitely played raids like at the described contest level before and
I feel that they're making
But to be fair, been a long time.
Yeah. Because of so many people that cleared Deep Stone Crypt.
Yeah.
Because there's a huge... The pendulum swung all the way to like I think it was like over 5,000 teams beat Deep Stone Crypt. So I'm just betting because they're not making the power gap or the power grind that big, that they're going to make the difficulty that much more.
Yeah.
To compensate.
Yeah. I just want to try. Like I was just like, I think it'll be cool if we can be there and can try. If we're all at power level and on at the same time, I declare that a victory.
Isn't it like
we fucking did it?
What time is it for Dragons though?
I don't know if they given a time in the day.
It's always 10 in the morning. It's always at reset.
Okay, so for me,
either 10 or 11, noon. But it'll probably be 10.
So for me, that'd be noon, I think, 2 hours later than you. So, Dragon should be awake. He might literally, actually. I think that might actually be like at fucking midnight or something for Dragons. It might be at 1 a.m. now that I think about it. Yeah, we might have to figure out a different 6, but it's okay. Yeah, like I said, if we can get 6 people on at the same time, victory. That's what I'll be happy about.
It's going to be good.
But yeah. I'm excited.
I'm a little worried about this season. Mostly because they haven't showed anything. And I know they'll probably show, like, we'll get a trailer and we'll get, like, a, what is it? Calendar? Not a calendar.
Yeah. See, coming in Destiny, at my point, is always great because, like, no matter how good this season is, I don't really care too much because I got stuff to catch up on from the previous. So I'm fine. I'd still have Beyond Light shit to do. I don't care. As long as Fog's there, and I still got shit to do. When I hopped on for the first time, I did like the mission for Dead Man's Tale, and I still have the Hawkmoon one to do and all that. I started the Guardian Games thing, so I think all I need to do now is literally get 50 laurels, and then I have Heir Apparent, which is good because I didn't have that.
Is that how they give it? Like, so you don't have to...
It's a quest.
Because, like, I had it, but and the catalyst is random, so I don't know if like the gun is random. Yeah. So they're just giving away the gun.
Yeah, apparently they give you the gun pretty quickly. It's literally like talk to Eva and then like go get 100 laurels, and then you get a next step that's like 50, and then it literally says at the bottom, reward heir apparent, and I'm like, oh, all right, cool. So I think I literally just need to get 50 and then I have it, which is good. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I'm really excited to get back into it. It'll be fun because I haven't played, even just playing Destiny for a little bit. I'm like, man, I miss this. It's a good time. And then honestly, Rogue Company changes, I'm also really excited for. It's gonna be fun. Got a whole new game mode I'm pretty stoked about. King of the Hill. It'll be cool.
So even that game's getting more game modes than Destiny.
New maps too. It's crazy.
I honestly think they should just cut the limb off of PvP. And then because Bungie's doing their PvP focused game, who knows when it's gonna come out? But like they're doing like their.
Is that the new rumor?
No, it's not a rumor. They haven't like announced it, but like there's
the loan hiring from Tencent or whatever. That was it.
It's
Tencent?
Like it's.
I don't know.
I think it's like well into development, but it's
Yes, but whenever that happened, I did not hear anything about PvP focused. All I heard was that it's a new IP.
PvP focused.
Okay. I believe you.
That was on Twitter 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago? I can't remember.
New Bungie IP has a strong focus on competitive PvP from techraptor.net.
So I'm like, just cut it off. Cut off.
Yeah, it looks like it's from a job listing, yeah.
Cut off the limb of PvP in, like, cut off Crucible. Turn Destiny into a Warframe. Warframe does it great, where like they have PvP but nobody touches it. Just morph Destiny into a PvE game. Nobody's gonna be upset about that. Once this game comes out.
Oh, sure.
I mean, like once the game comes out, people are gonna be able to, like the PvP people are gonna be able to play both games.
That's assuming it's even like the same. It's assuming it's even a first-person shooter. Like,
I mean, it's Bungie.
Yeah,
and it's competitive.
Yeah, you never know though.
What else? You know? Are there like besides Rogue Company? What's another like competitive shooter?
Like Arena.
Third person.
Or like third person. Not a ton. Exactly. Not a ton. That's so the problem.
No, that's not a problem.
That Rogue Company solves. Free to play. Every platform.
Download it. No, there's a reason why. There's a reason why it's free.
Well, because they want people to play it. You know?
Yeah,
it's very good. It's fun. It's a good
first person. Like is the competitive, like shooter. Like, and it's coming from Bungie. It'd be kind of stupid to like not have where they're like the best in the business when it comes to shooters.
What if they just make a MOBA? You know. What if they just make
they're not dumb.
A team fight tactics? You know, they just make an auto chess. That's what it's actually a card game. Esports for cards. Oh. You never know.
No, I do know. I'd put a pizza bet on that.
No, I do know.
Coming from Bungie, competitive PvP, it's going to be a first-person shooter. I would bet everything that I own on that.
Oh my god.
Because they're not stupid. Like they're the best at shooters still. Like. There's a reason why these PvP people, even like these really godly PvP people, are still playing Trials on the weekend when they could be playing Valorant. Because like the gunplay is still better in Destiny. The modes and like the progression and that kind of stuff, not as good, but the guns still feel amazing. And that's a Bungie thing. And for Bungie to be like, no, you know what? We're gonna put all of our good eggs in this basket. And we're gonna try something totally different.
Hey man, you never know. Creative people get bored. They want to do different things.
Yeah, but they want to make money.
That's fair.
Especially when like that money's coming from China, and they gave it to a studio that makes first-person shooters, and like, you know what? Make a MOBA.
Do what you want, man. Maybe they were just like, hey, here's money. Do your thing. You know?
No. They want money back. No company is ever like that.
But they trust them to get the money back by saying.
Yes, by making a first-person shooter. You're not going to McDonald's and be like, hey, make me a steak, please. Can I get a steak? Can I get a filet mignon at McDonald's? No.
Maybe.
No. No maybes. Right. You know I'm right. You're just.
No, I agree with you.
Exactly.
It's most likely an FPS. Yeah.
Not most likely. 100%.
I mean, we can't say 100% or not.
I can. I'm saying it. And I'll look back. I'll look back at episode 22 and I'll be like, "Ha, I was right again."
But you know what we don't actually have to like discuss is Falcon Winter Soldier. We don't have an episode spoilers.
Of Falcon Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
We gotta wait a month and a half.
Yeah.
For Black Widow. I'm probably gonna pay the $30 and just say fuck it.
Oh yeah. Same.
I'm like, because you guys probably could go to the theater. I still probably won't be, like, theaters won't be open in Canada yet, so I probably wouldn't go to a theater to see Black Widow. So I'll just pay the $30 for it, which is fine. Black Widow. Yeah. I saw another trailer for it, and it was with Scarlett Johansson, and she was like, kind of talking about all of the things that Natasha has done, like from I think it's Iron Man 2 and on.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, man. They just did her so dirty in Endgame, and it's like, I mean, somebody had to sacrifice. She gave her life without even knowing it was going to work. At least Iron Man kind of knew it was going to work.
Yeah,
he kind of did. He saw everybody come back, so he knew that it worked. So
that's fair,
but she didn't.
But it did work though, so. You know.
But still, they gave her a shitty fucking funeral where they're all just crying on like a beach.
It's literally like 30 seconds or like 60 seconds or something. Dude, am I the only one that whenever I rewatch Endgame, do you think the cut where Hulk or fucking Banner, the mix of
throws
the two,
the bench?
Yeah, is that not a weird cut?
It's a weird. I would think he'd be more upset, not just like throw a bench.
He doesn't even scream, I don't think, or anything.
You know what would have been awesome? Oh, you know what would have been awesome? Is if for that scene, because Natasha and him were like pretty close.
Age of Ultron.
If that scene, he was Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah.
Like he was just that depressed and that taken aback that she's dead, that he goes full Bruce Banner. I would have liked that.
Interesting. Yeah.
But yeah, that scene was just so bad. Yeah, I liked Thor in that scene because he was like, "Oh, we can just get the stones and we can get her back," and then he you could see him realize that that she's not coming back, and then he just man, Chris Hemsworth
did good.
Better actor than most give him credit for.
Yeah, man, good job, man. Shout out to Thor in that movie. Love it. All right, that's been episode 22. What am I going to title this? Who knows? No idea.
There you go. That's the title right there. What am I going to title this? Who knows?
I am tempted. What am I going to title this?
Exactly.
Shit. All right, well, you can find me on twitch.tv. I got to pee, so I'll get it. You can find me on twitch.tv/TeddyChinaris, and YouTube's the same, and Instagram's the same. Twitter, all that good stuff. Be playing some Destiny 2, I swear to God, and Rogue Company. We out here. Man. Hey man, you never know. But yeah.
You say oh yeah, 1300 is not hard to do, and then you're just gonna keep pushing it, and you're like, oh shit, I don't have enough to do to get to 1300.
Yeah, probably. No. Yep. Or I'm gonna get to fucking 12.99.
Just play your other characters. Then it'll be easy.
I haven't opened those and who knows how long. But
you can find me at Tyson Pellegrini on Twitter, Instagram, Pellegrini_17, and twitch.tv/tpellegrini. I'm gonna start moving things around from my Twitch because I kind of want to stream. I was gonna stream Pokemon Snap, but I don't know if I will because it's just a very relaxing game and not a lot to. Not really fast and exciting. It's just sit back on the couch, take pictures of Pokemon. But yeah. I do want to stream. I do want to stream Resident Evil 8, and I'm gonna do a scare counter because I'm just not gonna get scared. I'm calling it right now. 0 is gonna be on 0 for the whole game.
Damn.
And then I want to stream Mass Effect as well. So follow me there, and you can see those streams.
There you go. Like and subscribe. Smash that bell.
Smash that bell.
Smash it.
Bro fist.
God. All right. Well,
is that trademark? It probably is. We're probably going to get sued now.
Thanks. Great. PewDiePie's lawyers are about to come after us. Let's get out of here before he does.
Peace.